Hey there, welcome to a brand new episode of Muzikxpress. My name is Twan, and in this week's vlog you will see my interview with Rob Bolland about the Samantha Fox classic Love House. But before we start with the interview, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, and very important, also make sure to click the bell button, because then you will get a notification the next time a new vlog is online. Alright, here it is, the story behind Love House by Samantha Fox, my interview with Rob Bolland. Enjoy! Dutch singer, songwriter, producer and composer Rob Bolland is active in the music scene for a long time already. Together with his brother Ferdi, he did form the duo Bolland Bolland, and they have been responsible for many hit records all around the world. In my previous 3 interviews with Rob, we already spoke about some of his biggest hits. In this week's vlog you will hear the story behind another hit they worked on. I'm talking about the track Love House, which they did back in the year 1988 for English singer Samantha Fox. Love House was one of the first acid house singles to appear on mainstream charts. In the UK, the single peaked at number 32 on the UK singles chart. My first question to Rob was if it was the plan from the start already that Love House would be a track for Samantha Fox.
I specifically wrote Love House for her. The request came from Jive Records in England to write 2 songs, to write and produce 2 songs. So my brother Ferdi wrote a song, 1 in a Million. I wrote a song, Love House, because I thought Love House, very simple. I thought very simplistic. I thought, okay, she is related. She had this page 3 thing, which has made her very famous with the topless features, and I thought so. Love has to be the title, and it was the house was just, emerging. So I thought it was very simple, Love House. So there's no science to it, and I wrote the track, and I remember doing it in Studio 2, in our own studio, in Studio 2, with Richie Kruse, the demo, and we sent the demos. So Ferdi did 1 in a Million, and I did Love House, and they chose Love House as a single. So I went to work with. We went to London to the Battery Studios, which was owned by Jive, and we recorded our vocals. Ferdi first, and then I came with the Love House thing, and it wasn't very, I had done my vocal as I did on the demo, very feminine like, because I have a really high voice if I want to, sound, trying to imitate a female voice. So we had that as a kind of support for her vocal. So, but okay, 2 hours went by, and her vocal was on. We had tracked her vocal. We came in to listen, and then we had our own engineer, my engineer Oppie Huisens, who has done terrific work in the music business, as in all kinds of capacities. He is singer, but he was, in this case, he was the engineer, but then he hit play button and nothing. We heard nothing. So he had accidentally erased all her vocals. But any artist, I think any artist would have exploded, and then they said, "Oh, you fuck," or whatever, and she stood there and she, all right, let's do it once more. So she went back in and did it again, the whole thing, and another 1.5 hours passed, but in the end I mixed her vocal with mine. You can if you listen very good, very closely, you can hear my vocal or a different vocal than her vocal taking over, or but but I think that makes her so professional.
Yeah.
And it was also very hard for her to do it. I think because behind us, you have a studio set up. There's the artist is there, the glass is here, and you have the desk here, but behind us was her father with his buddy, and it was drinking champagne and more champagne because. And it was really rowdy and not pleasant, and so at a certain point, the guy of the recording of the record company sent them away. But I miss it must have been so awkward for her, But she was so professional, and I really rate that, Yeah.
So the day of the recording, it was also the first time you got to meet her.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Do you usually come up with the melody first, or how did you start working on this track?
Well, with the title first, but I practically always work from a title. Always title, and then probably getting a beat going, and then get on the it's practically always like that. Getting the title, the beat, and then either keyboards or guitar, most of the time keyboards.
Yeah.
And then doing the track.
Yeah, because this was a completely different track than the stuff you did for Falco or In the Army Now.
For me, it's nice that you say that, because for me it doesn't matter. There's no difference. There's no difference. I also did stuff, Dutch language stuff. Very, very, very. In the mode of Spice Girls things, but that in the Dutch language. I also did musical half of Three Musketeers, the musical, which has really been successful in Germany, more than 1 million visitors. Yeah, and in Japan, in Hungary. So there was a completely different thing altogether, and it was not like having already existing pop songs in that musical. No, from scratch. But for me, it's the same. It's the same experience. I get obviously I get an extra charge when I got offered Samantha Fox, because it did take me in a different direction.
Yeah.
And that was we also did an act which I wanted to mention, Goddess, and we got to 74 in the Billboard charts. And there was a girl from Amsterdam, and the title was Sexual. And the nice thing about that is we sent cassettes to radio stations in America, hoping that somewhere this would. And yes, in Atlanta, there was a radio station, and they kept playing that track. And this was in the 90s. And then Atlantic Records picked it up, and they paid a huge amount, about $500,000 for the act, and just 7 albums, the usual, and they don't have to do the 7 albums, we have to.
Yeah.
But it charted, so we were very happy. I was very happy.
Yeah. What kind of equipment was used for Love House?
It was the same desk that Charles Schellekens did. Do you know Twilight Zone of the Golden Earring?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That same desk. Oh, really? I don't know what desk is. I know the name of the desk, but it is in the same studio as well.
Yeah. Was it in The Hague then, or?
No. In Blaricum. In what was formerly Soundpush. We changed the name to Bolland Studios, and now it's a kind of a. No, it's nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing. Okay.
No. I mean, it's a place where people come to have I don't know, cups of tea and.
Yeah. So Love House has been remixed by people such as Adonis, DJ Pierre, and the version that is known as the radio edit is remixed by none other than Kevin Saunderson.
Yeah.
Did you guys pick the remixes, or was this something done by the label, or maybe by Samantha herself?
No, they discussed it with us, And we were obviously very, very keen on getting these versions done. And in the end, it elevated the whole project. Well, call it project. The whole song for me to a different level.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very glad that it happened. Very proud to have this association with Kevin Saunderson.
Yeah, he's a legend.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, whose decision was it to use the Kevin Saunderson version then as the radio edit?
Now, I think that ultimately that's Jive who did that, because it was their money, their artists, you know. Yeah.
I think Love House was one of the first acid house tracks to end up in the regular charts.
Yeah.
How did the track do like in the international charts?
It wasn't their biggest hit, but it was a hit. In England, I think it went to 25, 26, something like that. Maybe even lower, but in Germany it was an in-between hit. So, but still, for a record like that, I must say, because it was pretty adventurous, you know, with the acid house thing going on in the mix. But I'm very glad. You know, it stands out from anything else that we've done.
Yeah. And I think like I found out like let's see, number 13 in the US dance club songs in the Billboard chart. So also in the US.
Thanks.
So if someone should remix a track again now, who should it be then and why?
I'm not. You can answer that better than I can, because I'm not familiar with guys who are current now, and I only know the hits, you know, and.
I'll let people comment in the comments like who should remix it.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
So yeah, Love House was a track from the Samantha Fox album I Wanna Have Some Fun, for which you guys also wrote and produced the track 1 in a Million, which you already mentioned. I have to be honest, when I heard that track, I thought it was a Stock Aitken and Waterman production.
Okay, nice. I think my brother wrote the track, and I think he'll be very pleased by that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So Love House was the most successful track from the album. Is there a reason why there haven't been more tracks with Samantha Fox?
Because it was just they were just. I think the next album was done. I don't know by whom it was done, but it was just one of those things, you know,
just like a project. And
we also. This was also the period where we worked with everybody. You know, everybody. We, for instance, we did an album with people we loved and really admired but then from the olden days for you and your viewers, for the old, it was called the Darwin Project, and it was and we could pick, because it was a huge budget, and we picked Ian Gillan of Deep Purple. We picked Colin Blunstone, who was also famous for the Zombies, and a very the time of the season is still being used for movies and everything. Barker, James Harvest, a whole lot of, and when they did do the stuff in the studio, it was like all silent and okay, start. You know, we were in admiration, you know, and so doing these, having the opportunity of doing the other things, you know, with artists you only knew from wherever, you know, from that was great, and now working with going back to now, working with the cast of Rock Paper Days Falcon the Musical. Is exciting as well, because it's a totally different universe, the musical universe.
In 1988, you guys received the Muzikxpress for the track Love House here in the Netherlands. In the interview about Genie, we already spoke about the awards you guys got during your career. Do you still have all your golden records and all the other awards?
We have all that. I was going to say all that shit. No, it's not. It's not shit. I really. Because every golden record or platinum or award, I really treasure, because that's an indication of success, and it's also it represents a time and a place and something that I'm really proud of, because it's what I do.
Yeah.
And I was, as a kid already, I was hooked on charts and seeing my own material in those charts, really, it's a satisfying life.
Yeah, I can imagine. So is there still an award missing that you would like to receive one day?
No, of course, a lot of awards, which I would say. But I'm in a mode now where I'm I was going to say convinced. Well, I will say convinced. Where I'm convinced that I will do something again which will be successful, and if I don't think that, nobody will think that. So I'm convinced that it'll be successful.
That's the spirit. That's the spirit. Do you still listen to your older tracks from time to time?
No. Actually, I listened to a track because I also perform once in a while with a band, and I was going to I was planned to perform in a venue in The Hague, and I thought it would be nice to do 2 or 3 Falco tracks from the album, from the first album. So I considered Macho Macho and America, and actually the guy who asked me to write some new material actually named some of the tracks of the Falco 3 album. So as his incentive to approach me. Yeah. So then I listened to the tracks once more, but on all new things, new stuff. And I would also like to. I told you this before we started. I would also like to take the opportunity to say I would like to collaborate with people. I'm really up for things, really going for it. So
and any kind of genre or something specific.
Well, the first thing you said, any kind of genre.
Yeah. So what kind of music do you listen to in your spare time?
Anything and everything. Classical music now a bit. I have country, a lot of, and I see but once I've had the, let's say I have 2 or 3 weeks country, Apple country music, and then then I know the playlists, and I recognize it. And then it's enough for me. And then I go move on to exactly. Yeah. But it's interesting because country they have a habit of making very nice story songs, the beginning and the end, and kind of. So you pick something from everything. Yeah.
All right. Well, I really want to thank you for sitting down with me and giving me the chance to do these interviews with you. I love your stories. So.
Oh, I love your preparation.
Oh well, good.
Thank you very much.
Good to hear. Thank you.
Okay.
Alright, that was it. This week's vlog, the story behind Love House by Samantha Fox, my interview with Rob Bolland. Rob, thanks a lot for your time, much appreciated. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed the vlog. If you did, make sure to give this video a like, leave a comment in the comment section below, and very important, make sure to subscribe. Also make sure to click the bell button, because then you will get a notification the next time a new vlog is online. And in case you missed it, I did some other interviews with Rob. Those are all available on my channel already, and you can find links to every interview in the video description, so make sure to check them out. Once again, thanks for watching, and until next time, bye bye!